Now, Miss Seed is probably the most popular character, or at least top three or top four most well-known and loved character of Villainous. But at the same time, ask that specific question that Miss Seed deserves to be sort of redeemed. If you do redeem her, that could remove part of her that could be very interesting to be sort of boring. In fact, even that the fans will allow this to be redeemed Miss Seed, because there's some people do love Miss Seed but love her because they hate her. Some other people just love her because it's just so interesting. Other people who believe Bessie make her redeemed could ruin the character, or could be the next Zuko of their own franchise, because Miss Seed is that interesting and likable and sort of well known. So well known and so liked, they actually give her a spin-off series of a book of basically a documentary of Miss Seed or her point of view that you have to sort of read in between what she actually says, what it actually means. This is how popular Miss Seed really is, because how complicated, he also, be fair, very good looking, but yet, do you want to be redeemed? They at least, in fact, allow her, or Adam, the creator of Villainous, will actually choose to redeem if you think she's unredeemable. Now, before I actually keep going, what I'm trying to actually say, my name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation, not just animation, the reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, if you like how it's going, you like to help my channel, put a like, comment, and subscribe. And maybe share if you like to. If you don't, that's fine too. If that just sort of, if you want to. Of course, make sure I'm close to get to 1,000. Thanks to all my subscribers who put like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all people who put all the little things. If you don't, that's fine too. Let's now talk about if Miss T deserve or not deserve to actually be redeemed as a character. Now, some of the fans are worried if they decide to redeem Miss Seat, because all the horrific things she does to Dr. Flood and the people around her that actually be used, who actually is very interesting. That's the thing that doesn't you need to rely off Miss Seat, because you could ask yourself why she's like this, and you follow the route of her origins, understanding the reason why she acts this way. That's the reason why I feel fascinating watching this type of character, because you don't know how deep she actually falls down, and she able to come back on top and be manipulated by the rest of the people, or vice versa. That would make her so interesting, because how far will she actually go? It was the limit, and that is just interesting, because you could go so many repeat different stories, or give her motivations exact same way, but yet you keep coming back. It's just so interesting how willing or what she would give up to be the most popular, the most controlling, the most well known of popularity. Because there are dozens of stories you can tell of that. Of course, if you can redeem her, and that's the thing that the fans are afraid of. If you do, you remove the thing is to make her interesting. Or can you make it interesting? Because she hasn't now faced everything she has done, but yet we don't know all the things she has done. They can make up stuff that not yet shown, but they only a limit to do that, because when you do that, you probably complete a character's full development. If you do that, she became sort of boring or thrown away, even that knowing she is the most popular character. The only way to make her interesting is the fact tempted to redeem her once or twice, or face all the consequences she does. But once again, they could be very repetitive if you actually do that direction. But you could also do something like redeem, but keep falling down repeatedly. That asking herself why she does that. That could be interesting, but once more, it's so limited what you actually can do if you do that specific direction. Of course, that's another problem. If they don't decide to redeem this specific character, that would be a problem. Can you well execute it? Because you could be probably the next Zuko, the next hot star type of character that people would not give enough, because they want to see her to be redeemed, to actually build that done so well. That is one of the more difficult things to do. So redeem a character, but keep it interesting, constant to see their evolution, becoming a better person, but reflecting what she actually does. Of course, if you can accomplish that, there's a second problem. What you do with her next after she basically complete the whole full story. And that's part of the most problem thing you have this type of character. After you redeem her, after you give her a good arc, what else she can do? You could set her to become a better hero, a better example, or sort of a person who can redeem others. You can redeem herself, like spokesman in a way, or you could actually explore some of the things, the business side of being a hero as a salesperson and a promoter, and choose the next iconic hero. That could be interesting as a character, but once again, depends on the fans how you feel about her, because there's some fans choose to not to care if she's not horrible, because that's the whole point of this character. But at the same time, how the character is developed in the show or the comics, they point that she could not be redeemed, or someone else is controlling her to be acting this way. If she can't be released, or she needs someone to control her to be actually happy. Once again, it's a character you could go in many different directions. Of course, you have to let the fans be okay with it, because if the fans reject this, then means one thing: reset the character was and never fully develop it. That could be a problem, because that character could be very tiring. Instead of becoming the next Zuko, it becomes the next Joker that keep popping up over and over and over again. That's very tiring to see this character again while doing nothing unique. The only reason he's coming back because the fans actually like him, and that's the only reason. And that's could be a problem, because that's a different way to ruin that type of character, at least in my honest opinion. Or a different direction you actually can go is basically do both. Make her be redeemed with Dr. Fluff, sort of kind of fix their relationship, but yet realizing that Missy can never be fixed because how broken she really is, or even worse, she actually likes herself that way. She likes to be playing the game. She likes to be manipulated. She likes all these horrific things because that's the only thing she actually knows. That could be a very compelling thing. Sort of regurgitate her over and over again, but yet giving different points of view, the different relationship to Golden Heart, to Missy, to Peace, or even to her father. You could easily spin this so different ways. You also can develop her the proper way and make her interesting and redeemed if it's done well. Because the very end is all about execution. If you can't do this correctly, this character could be completely ruined and forgotten. Or even worse, that maybe Alan choosing not to do anything, maybe because he's done with this specific character. Maybe you can't do anything else because of it. Or even worse, just constantly keep using her and ruin that specific hype. Too much hype ruin a character being interesting. At least there's certain ways you can do it. In fact, what is your honest opinion can you do with Miss Seed? You prefer to be redeemed or not? Or you find few people believe if you redeem her, you get rid of the interesting part. Or you're the type of person who just hate her and you like her this way because you hate her. Or you're with strange people who wants the drama who just like her because the drama. I mean, there are different reasons why people like Miss Seed, and the reason why she really pops out because she is very rememberable, but at the same time, people want different things of this specific character. Especially, people got pissed off that Miss Seed kind of recycle her personality again. I mean, recycle. Then remember the last episode of Villainous that she wanted to be redeemed, and the perfect point to see her what else she can actually do. Instead, that was sort of a lie. In other words, that she back to square one, being herself a horrible person, and this is the reason why people were sort of upset because they never got that redeeming factor. This is the reason why I kind of put her next to Zuko because she is probably the next Zuko, but the only problem is it's all about execution. That Alan and his team can execute this character. If not, it could be a tragedy, and it could be resetting her over and over again because that's the only thing they actually can do. This kind of character. In fact, you can make her a different story besides a redeeming factor. You could actually say she's basically a plant that sort of pop star singer or basically a person who just entertain, manufactured by Peace using her father and using herself, becoming this sort of super heroine. Once again, that could be an interesting plot twist if they want to go completely different direction of Miss Seat. But once again, that's all about if the fans were cool with that or be actually interesting enough to actually go that specific direction. If they actually chose to go the sort of pop route sort of situation, because let's face it, there's not enough direction to give her a some more breathing room to develop because this is sort of a line words. The fact, let me ask this question: how will you do develop this character, or you choose to redeem or not redeem? It depends on you. You want to redeem her or not? Tell me down below. Let me know. Honestly, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.